Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Thanks for joining me today. It is actually quite cloudy outside, so I'm staying indoors. Figured I'd do some readings today. Maybe I'll pump out a couple. Maybe I'll actually get back into some zodiac sign readings. That's something that I'm trying to make happen here. But you know, man, recording these and uploading them and that whole process really takes a lot from my phone. It's like, how do I get a phone that has enough power to be able to do all of that in one day? It's just not possible. So I'm constantly keeping my phone plugged in. It's like I can't disconnect from anything because I've got to be worrying about my videos going up, if they're going through, if they're uploading. I have to edit them. If they need to be edited, then I've got, you know, it's like, oh my gosh, it is quite the journey. So give props and thanks to all of those people out there who are also in the same boat. All right, so Jessica Rovira here. I don't know if I said that, but welcome to my channel. You can find me on Instagram at jessica.rovira, R-O-V as in Victor, I-R-A. Ooh, Ishel, I love her. I haven't pulled her out in this deck yet. I'm really happy to see that she came out. And for the Divine Feminines, Ishel, number 13, Medicine of the Rainbow Jaguar. So this is a read for the collective, general read, so please know that it may not resonate with everyone, or everything in this video may not resonate with you. You take and you pick and choose what resonates with you and you leave the rest. If something doesn't sound right, it's not meant for you. Let it go and move on to the next. That is. If you sit there and try and make logic out of what's happening here, you'll miss a message. Okay, so try not to think about the logic side of it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not about this isn't to take so seriously, right? This isn't something that we're meant to take super seriously. Okay, it's just so that way. Wow, some major stuff came out here. I'm going to put them back and see what pops up because I just want one more for the Divine Masculine. But my point is that you shouldn't be living your life based off of what the tarot's saying, right? Not even I, who read tarot, should be living my life based off of what the tarot is saying. Tarot works on energy, yes. So through the vibrational energy that exists, we can pick up with the cards what is going on in a situation. Now, that does not mean to live your life by that, because energy is always changing. It's constantly changing. So we don't stay fixated to something. We allow the fluidity of life to really guide us. This is just to help give you a different perspective, maybe things that you yourself wouldn't think of. And so it's just to help give you maybe just a different perspective that you can take from that perspective, the pieces that you wish and fit it into your own already existing perception. Because I am only just a channel to give the information. At the end of the day, you know your situation best, you know your person best, and your guidance from within is what's going to guide you best. So I'm here to just help kind of, like I said, to give different perspectives, different outlooks as to possible thoughts and scenarios that may be going on that you may not be able to see with your own eyes. But like I said, your situation is your own. There is no recipe out there for twin flames, for soulmates, for kindred souls, for sacred unions. There's no recipe out there. Everyone is completely different, and what works for me may not work for you, and vice versa. But this is so that you can gather as much information as you can. And like I said, you insert the pieces of the puzzle that fit your situation. But at the end of the day, this is research so that you can get in touch, more in tune with what your intuition is already telling you. Because if you were watching these videos and you were to say, I don't know how I feel about that, that's because your intuition hasn't already prompted you to say that that's the energy that's existing in your situation, which means it's not your situation. What I say that you are like, oh yes, that's exactly what I'm feeling. This is so that way it triggers you to know that yes, what you are feeling, if I'm saying it, you are definitely 100% picking up the same energy, which means you can trust your own intuition. So if watching these videos, it's not about me knowing more than you, absolutely not. I am just tapping into your very own energy, or the energy of your person, which means that energy exists there for you to tap into as well. And you can also, and you are already receiving the information, right? Because if you weren't, you wouldn't be resonating with anything that I'm saying. So if you are resonating with something, that means you're already receiving information based on your situation, and I'm just confirming it, okay? Not to live your life by what I say, because you know best. But what I say, if it resonates, confirms what you're feeling is true. And maybe that'll just help you get in touch with trusting your own intuition more when you realize, okay, somebody else is picking up on that energy too. I'm not crazy. That's really what it's for. I just felt like I needed to say that. All right. Ishel, for our divine feminine, number 13, she's the goddess of healing, the goddess of rain. It says medicine of the rainbow jaguar. Why? After the rain comes the rainbow, right? After the flood comes the promise of a new day, the rainbow. We can't have rainbows if it doesn't rain. That is just science. Simple as that. Scientifically, rainbows cannot exist unless there's the perfect situation in our climate that is reflecting those lights from the sun and the mist in the air, right? Sometimes you can get rainbows miraculously, like in the clouds, when the reflections are perfectly right, those rainbow clouds that appear. But normally, these rainbows come after showers, after storms, because the air has got enough condensation to reflect off of the sun and create this beautiful promise of a new clear day, right? That's what the rainbow is. And Ishel is the goddess that brings down the rain. Ishel is the one that when it's raining, like right now, which I'm not surprised to see that she came out in the cards today. When it's raining, Ishel is healing the situation. Ishel is healing you. Ishel is healing the universe, the environment, your person. There is healing happening. And it came out for the divine feminine today. So let's go ahead and see. Okay, well, for the divine masculine, number 19. Chakana, I think that's come out for us before, time to cross the threshold, or it's at least come out for me in the either Instagram stories, or I feel like it has come out in the reads before. But for the divine masculine, Chakana, time to cross the threshold. Woo! Oh, look. I love it when that happens. All right, I'm going to put her back up for a little bit so you can see I want you to really look at this card and look at everything that's going on in the card so that maybe it can trigger some inner soul knowings for you, okay? Ishel protects you now as you transition from one life phase to the next. With her rainbow light, this guardian goddess instructs you on how to use great power with wisdom, to nourish only what is worthy. Using jaguar medicine with perfect timing, she confronts that which is unworthy of her devotion. eradicating destructive forces and creating space for healing, relief, and rebirth. Her presence is the wild power of the jaguar, the renewal promise of the rainbow, and divine feminine creativity. All darkness shall be overcome. Wow. You guys, I see a huge theme. A huge theme of closing out a cycle of darkness. For those of you who are going through the night of the soul, you and your person going through dark night of the soul, I feel like for the majority, this is a coming out of that. Or maybe you're just entering it, or maybe you're somewhere in between, right? But this to me is telling me that there is movement out of the darkness into the light. And so if there are twins out there that are already experiencing this movement of coming out of the dark night of the soul, for those of you that are listening that are in the thick of it or just getting started with it, know that you guys are cycling in next. This comes in waves, okay? There is a wave happening right now that the divine feminine and masculine are cycling out of darkness. Now, it may not be at the same time, but you guys are on the same frequency. You guys harbor the exact same soul and frequency, okay? Which means that if one of you is on your way out, then it's not gonna take much longer for your divine counterpart to also start ending out that cycle as well, right? So for some of you out there, you're already closing out the dark night of the soul if you haven't already, okay? And you are that first wave of souls that have cycled out of the darkness and into the light, which means those of you who are going through the dark night of the soul or just entering it right now, you are on the second and third wave. So first wave already coming out of the darkness into the light. Second wave possibly in the thick of it, right in the middle of it, right? Third wave, possibly just entering the dark night of the soul. And this is letting you know that the darkness may, you may be in a dark place right now, but there's light pushing you through it, okay? And so even if things may seem dark, like I said in yesterday's video, even if things may seem dark right now, even if they may seem bleak, maybe it was the day before yesterday. I don't know. It was 2 days ago. Even if things may seem dark and bleak right now, know that there is light guiding you through. You are the light. So the darkness is only prompting you to go within and find it. So that when you find that spark of light, that's the light that's going to guide you out of the darkness. And you guys are going through this together. Don't think you're going through this alone. But so know that those of you who are coming out of the darkness right now into the light, you are that first wave that is guiding others to do the same. Thank you so much. I get chills. Wow. All right. You are going through a transition. Cultivate hope and stay true to your intentions. Let nothing divert you from your true path, my divine feminines. If you have a new project, vision, or lifestyle that you are seeking to bring into the world, Ishel is guiding and guarding you for a healthy birth. Healthy birth of anything. It could be of a project, of a new job, of a new relationship, of an actual baby. This is not the time to indulge. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Rewind. It is important that you cut off. Rewind. She also brings a message that there are times when fierceness is necessary. It is important that you cut off negative sources completely at this time and do not allow yourself to be used or exploited. This is not the time to indulge someone else's ego or go against your own inner knowing in order to give someone the benefit of the doubt. Trust your instincts and break immediately from what isn't right for you. This will bring you new opportunities and situations that are worthy of your passionate devotion. So, for my divine feminines over here, okay? Jaguar energy is quite powerful. Jaguar energy is about taking your power back. So I'm feeling there's a situation here where your power was taken away from you, whether it was from your divine counterpart or someone else. But I'm feeling that this is about your divine counterpart. I feel like, especially if you're dealing with a twin flame situation or a soulmate connection, a deep soul bond, this is about some, not all, like I said, there's not a same recipe, but for a lot of twin flames, especially for the feminine, because this is about the feminine suppression that I talked about in other videos. The suppression of the feminine energy for centuries, for ages, for millennia, okay? The suppression of the female energy. This is playing a role in your divine counterpart. Why? Because we volunteered to be that person to change that frequency here on earth. So now, my divine feminines, if you are listening to this video today, you are one of the chosen ones who have volunteered to come back and take your power as the divine feminine. And yes, it is with your divine masculine. So this person, your masculine, that you may feel heavily drawn to, has tested you, has betrayed you, has hurt you, has abandoned you, has rejected you, has the 9. Every single lesson possible, this person has probably put you through. And it's so that you can learn to take your power back. Because in this life and in past lives, guess what? The masculine has been dominating. The masculine has been stealing your power. And this is about changing those cycles. That is the cycle that's ending. That's the darkness that's closing out here. This is the power of the feminine reawakening here in the now. And you are part of that. And like I said, for those of you who are going through it right now, you are the first wavers that are bringing this frequency. Oh my God, I get chills. This wave of frequency that it's going to wave to the next cycle, chills. Wave to the third cycle, chills. And so on and so forth. Chills throughout my entire body. And so you need to stand in your power. We're going to get into this. Today I'm going to actually get into, because we've been having the same energy for way too long. Now I'm going to actually get into what drove you guys apart. What is the situation here? Obviously there was a situation where the feminine got their power taken away, and you are needing to stand in your ground and in your power, and we're going to get into that today. Whoa. So for those of you who are my divine feminines, this isn't about being angry. This isn't about being resentful. This isn't about being blaming. This isn't about any of that. We're not blaming. We're not pointing fingers. We're not angry. We're not here to, this isn't revenge. We are above that. The divine feminine is here to take her power back and stand so strong that she says, I don't need to do a damn thing. I don't need revenge. That's how powerful I am. That power is going to get returned back to me, regardless of the steps I take towards this situation. You are standing so strong in your power that you are only focusing on you, because you are waiting for this and the universe to bring this judgment back. And you're like, I don't need to do a damn thing. That's how powerful I am, standing in my power right now. And you standing in that power, knowing that you don't have to do a damn thing except for focus on yourself, is what's going to bring this power back to you, my divine feminine. Whoa. Know that this is my guides and ancestors speaking through me right now. Holy crap. That's why I get so passionate, because they're like, oh. Chakana, 19, 1 and 9. So we have a 4, stability. And new beginnings, 1 and 9, 10. Chakana for the divine masculine. Let's find out what's going on over here. A threshold appears, beginning and ending so complete. Wait, a threshold appears, bringing an ending so complete that it is no longer possible to return to what has been. I mean, is it a coincidence that I'm talking about closing out a cycle of darkness with your person? And this is talking about ending a cycle as well? The light of the stars is your faithful guide into this new world. As you trust in your divine connection, deconstructed forms shall reshape themselves into relevant, helpful, and beautiful new ways of living, thriving, and expressing your true self. What is that telling me? Deconstructed forms. That form that your divine masculine had created in darkness, not divine, being puppeteered by darkness, by the dark side, that is closing. They are being reformed, reshaped into a positive, higher, divine awakening, which is going to be helpful and beautiful. New ways of living, thriving, and expressing your true self. This is your divine masculine, my feminines. So if they were in those darker energies of betrayal, of cheating, of abandonment, of rejection, of darkness, of lying, guess what? The divine creator has closed that cycle out, and they are being awoken. They are being risen. Trust in your strangest ideas, in that which is different, inspired, or unconventional. This crossing is healing and furthers the activation of your divine potential. Change is afoot. This is happening for the divine masculine. They have been awoken. I want to say the trumpets have sounded. So maybe only for the first cycle, right? For that first wave of people, those divine masculines or whoever's waiting on the divine timing, the trumpet has been sounded. But maybe it's only the first wave that's going to hear that call, right? And then when they make moves, then that's going to create a huge wave that then the next wave, the second wave, will hear the call then. Not everyone's going to hear it at the same time, but the divine has already sounded the trumpet is what I just heard. You won't feel in control of this process. Trust in what is new, different, or exciting. They are being guided by spirit, and they know they are not in control anymore. They know spirit is guiding them out of that darkness. And what's funny is that I feel that they felt like that darkness was who they were. They felt so secure and so comfortable in those demons, in those shadows, that they thought that that's who they were. And it's almost like I feel like this person, the divine masculine, may feel like they don't know who they are without those shadows and without those demons. Because it's been such a comfort zone that they don't know who they are without them. And they're like, man, well, if I lose my demons and my shadows, who am I? That scares the fuck out of them. You are on the correct path. Wait. Don't assume that unless all things happen easily, then you must be on the wrong path. You are on the correct path. Even if the birthing pains to fulfill it are challenging. You are guided to reject societal norms about how you are supposed to live or what sort of things you are supposed to value. Like money. Like, you know, everything in the society these days, it's get money. Get money. Fuck a lot of bitches. Fuck a lot of dudes. Get money. Party. Go, you know, like, It's all about lower vibrating energies. This is what the divine masculine has been trapped in. They need to get in touch with their values. The value system that they've created has been built on the external societal world. What do you value, divine masculine? That is you, not that the external world is telling you that you need to have in order to be powerful, that you need to have in order to be, you know what I feel is like, the divine masculine feels like if they have money, they're powerful. If they have a lot of bitches, they're powerful. Or a lot of dudes, they're powerful. Like quantity over quality. Well, I'm sorry, that is not the case. And I feel like now in these times of quarantine, when you can't be having all of this action and all of this, they are definitely feeling that quality is better than quantity. Excuse me. Probably because, see, this makes me choke. Because what I'm feeling is like the quantity that they got stuck with during this quarantine ain't quality. And they're stuck with it. And they're realizing, damn, I don't want something that's not everything I envisioned. It's like they don't want slim pickings, is what I heard. They were putting up with that because they had quantity. And so, you know, it was like what they weren't getting from one, they could go and get from another. This is just what I'm feeling. I have no idea what's going on. But this is what I'm feeling from the, you know, what they valued was these little bits and pieces of these of all of these different quantities that they had, right? Instead of actually taking the quality of each, right? Because they didn't really ever take the time. It's like they were so focused on, I feel, money, on physical, on material, on building that empire that they could stand on, that would make them feel powerful. So they didn't have time for actual real feelings and love. So they went through all of these different energies, quantities, because they felt that that's what made them feel powerful. And when they lost all that quantity and they saw that what they were left with wasn't quality, that's really making them think. And they're realizing that the divine has pushed them into this. They're realizing now, I feel like they were being guided by their demons. And like I said, for some, they feel like, okay, you know what? I'm like, those are my demons, and who am I beyond that? So maybe they're trying to cling to that, right? And so maybe some of these divine masculines are having a really hard time evolving because they don't know who they are beyond the demons, beyond the shadows. And maybe you, my divine feminine, are the only one that actually made them feel like, because I feel like you saw them beyond the shadows, beyond the demons. You saw the light in them. And when they were with you, you mirrored that to them. And you were probably that only person that actually reflected that light within them and gave them hope. And I feel like you're gone. You're standing in your power doing you. And now they don't have that reflection because they have a bunch of things without quality. You were the quality. You were the value. You're the golden apple. Sorry, I had to go off on that. Instead, trust your own values and believe in the truths that you feel within your own heart. This is about getting in touch with the heart, my divine masculine. In time, the world will be ready to recognize and benefit from your spiritual growth. The universe, like I said, when you when the first wavers hear the call of the divine and actually take action toward it, it's going to create a frequency wave that the next second wavers are going to be able to pick up. So yes, in time, the world will be ready to recognize and benefit from your spiritual growth. The universe is helping you in all ways, including through correct timing. This is what the divine masculine is waiting for, correct timing. I feel like they're finally listening to spirit. At the right moment, you will leave the past behind you and enter into the fullness of the present moment, opening up to the brightness of your future. 100%. That darkness, that cycle of darkness will be closing out, if it hasn't closed out already, will be closing out for the divine masculine, and they are going to be following the light if they aren't already. Wow. All right. So today, you guys, I have a specific agenda because, like I said, the energies have been like non-changing for the past fucking weeks, maybe even months. Divine Creator, Holy Spirit, Isha, Yeshua, Mary Magdalene, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Michael, Lord Ganesha, Lakshmi, Kali, Durga. I mean, I'm calling upon the whole entourage. Shakti, Shiva. Who else, y'all? Who else? Metatron, Archangel Metatron, Archangel Raphael. I already said Raphael. Okay, y'all. This is why I'm going to go straight into what created this separation in the first place. Because we are obviously dealing with a past person here. This is a past love, a past situation, and in this specific situation, I believe it's about the feminine, the divine feminine, whether you're male or female in gender, the divine feminine taking back the power, standing your ground. Now, you are both in these energies of nostalgia. Whatever happened here, even if you're over here feeling like you've been betrayed, my divine feminine, there's still a part of you that is nostalgically thinking about your person, whether they hurt you or not. You can't stop thinking about them. And it's probably driving you a little bananas, right? Because you're probably thinking, why can't I get over this person who treated me this way? How could I possibly want or even think about reconciling with someone who treated me so unfairly? I don't want to say badly, even though for some of you, you're going to say, yeah, badly. You're going to agree with that. But I'm not going to say badly. I'm going to say unfairly. They were unfair, okay? Now, like I said and have been saying and will continue to say, this is a situation here where these obstacles, thank you, Lord Ganesh, these obstacles were planted for a place, for a purpose. They were put in place for a purpose, okay? That's my laundry. In the past, whatever happened here, because obviously there's some shit. I mean, I'm just going based on, if you're new and you're new to my channel and you're just watching this for the first time, go back and check out the other videos, because I can guarantee you, you'll either resonate or you won't. And if you do, then come back and watch this one, because this is about, or if you know that you're in a separated situation and you're not in communication, or you're whatever, having a struggle with your situation, a past person, then continue watching and listen up, and then go back and watch the other ones if you want a little bit more information. But 100%, there were obstacles in place in this relationship in order for my divine feminines to take the power back. And so this is what I want to say. I'm going to talk a little bit here. I'm sorry. I'll get to the cards when they want me to, but there's some shit going on here, right? And so this past situation here for the Divine Feminine, being in the place, in the position where you need to take your power back, where you need to stand your ground, you probably put up with a lot of shit. We're going to get into that. But this is, and I'm not going to say, I'm not condoning what they did. And I'm not saying that whatever you're feeling is not, what's the word? I feel you. I understand what you feel. I am not trying to deny your feelings and shove them aside or say to ignore them or to discount them. But what I'm saying is that in order for you to get where you're at today, standing in your power, you had to go through these trials. You had to go through these obstacles with your person. And that all, the time frame of that all depended on you and how quickly you learned that lesson. Please do not blame it on anyone else. This is not about blaming your person. This is not about blaming the divine creator. This is not about blaming the universe. This is not about blaming the person that may have stepped in and, you know, like if there was an outside energy that stepped in, a third party or something like that. It's not about blaming them. None of that. You had already orchestrated with the divine and your person before you came here to go through these trials and tribulations and these obstacles so that you could go through the feelings that you went through, so that you could wake up and be like, I ain't doing that. That is not what I'm doing, okay? And let's get into the card. So I want to know what happened. Why? All right, we have the Divine Empress. You are sitting in your power. The Divine Empress, this is the mother. She uses her intuition, her inner knowledge. She follows her emotions very much in her feelings. She gathers a situation through feelings. The King of Swords. So with the Empress, you could be really dealing with any sign with the Empress. With the King of Swords, air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Okay? So Empress, you guys could be acting quite cold towards each other right now. That's the energy that I'm picking up. But I feel like it's because the Divine Feminine, you are just really focused on your own building and creating of your own world. And, all right. And Divine Masculine, I feel like you're up in your head, okay? And here's the Empress or the High Priestess. But I want to ask you a question first. So my question is, before I keep shuffling, my question is, what separated you two in the first place, okay? So this is obviously a past love situation. What separated you two? So the Emperor just came out. This could be authority figure. Maybe there was an authority figure that stepped in and created some kind of separation. Maybe there was an authority figure that was, I don't want to say guiding, but just giving advice to someone here. But this could also be your Emperor, so maybe, or the Divine Masculine. I mean, we have the mother and the father here, the divine coupling. So this could be that the Emperor himself or herself, whatever, Divine Masculine, was the one who created the separation. Whether they walked away or whether they cut you off, because we've got the King of Swords over here. You know, they could have cut you off. They were quite cold and detached and rigid and, like I said, up in their head. But intellectual, you know, really knows their shit intellectually. They are the quite smart, you know, scientific logic sign of the zodiacs, right? Very intellectual. And here's the Prince of Cups. So What drove you guys apart? Gosh, all of these energies. So maybe there was outside parties, Prince of Cups, masculine energy, that or a feminine energy, the Princess of Swords. So water energy, the cups, or air energy, the swords. So Virgo, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, or Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. I feel like, yeah, there was, you know, you guys were single. Maybe there wasn't a commitment in the relationship. And so you guys were single, but you guys were obviously in some kind of relationship, some kind of partnership, some kind of something. And I feel like you guys have put a lot of work towards each other. Prince of Wands. So there's a lot of energies coming in, people. Maybe you guys have lots of options. Maybe you guys have lots of options. So maybe there was other parties involved, or these energies could all be yours. So the Queen of Swords, or the Princess of Swords, you know, the Princess of Swords, charming young woman with a sword that emerges from a flower. Conscious, skillful, practical abilities, observing, powerful, serious, severe, tricky, frivolous, vulnerable, aggressive. So maybe what drove you guys apart in the past was the divine feminine was quite tricky, maybe a little bit aggressive, maybe just a little bit a little too serious. Maybe a little, you know, I'm feeling trickery from the Princess of Swords. Don't hate me if you're the divine feminine and you're like, oh, that's me. You know, trickery is part of the process. Maybe you were the one that felt tricked, my divine feminines, because you're the one over here standing in the power. So that's what it is. You felt tricked. You felt played. That's what it is. You felt played by the Prince of Cups or the Prince of Wands. One of these two, or this could be the same person. The player, Casanova. And then this person, you know, this Casanova can be committed, can be romantic, right? But it also, because it came out with the Prince of Cups, you know, the Prince of Cups is Perseus, and Perseus loves from a very authentic, truthful place. But the Prince of Cups also can fall out of love easily as well. In the sense where if he becomes bored in love due to routine or marriage or, you know, too much responsibility, could easily fall out of love, okay, and move on. And so maybe that's what happened. And you felt played, you felt betrayed, my divine feminine. And take it as it resonates. Flip-flop scenarios, flip-flop sides if you want to. It doesn't really matter. But someone got played here. Someone got played here. Maybe the focus wasn't on another person. Maybe the focus was on the pentacle. Somebody working too hard on the pentacle, you know. But I'm feeling single, you know, like loving being single, you know, really worked hard towards their material life. And in the Nine of Cups, they're really enjoying the fruits of their labor and they want to be single. But at some point, also in the Nine of Cups, this person is done being single and wants to share this their abundance with a partner. And that's when we get to the Ten of Cups, okay? I mean, I'm sorry, the Ten of Pentacles. Sorry if I said cups. I'm sorry if I say the wrong suits or the wrong thing. If anything resonate, take with whatever resonates. Maybe I say it for a reason. Maybe I'm meant to say something else. But I watch the videos later and I'm like, shit, ugh, I fucked up on that one. Oh well. But anyway, so what I'm feeling here is that obviously there was a situation. You felt played, my divine feminine. You felt played, whether you're a male or a female, feminine, okay, feminine energy. You felt played. You felt tricked by the divine masculine, who over here maybe had two people, or this is the same person. Doesn't matter. This could literally be two people. This could be your person and someone else, or this could just be your person, okay? But what I'm feeling like there's two energies here, okay? And the divine feminine felt like she got played. She got tricked. And the divine masculine possibly is the one who did the trickery, okay? Because they were over here in their single life enjoying the fruits of their labor. Enjoying the fruits of their labor. I want to look that up. A man spreads out his arms on top of rocks. 6 pentacles appear above him. Success, stability, gifts, right timing, generosity, kindness, indulgence, desire, envy, and jealousy. Desire. Yes. So desire is what took your divine masculine away. Okay, desire, getting into other energies. I'm feeling y'all were definitely not in a committed relationship. And if you were, this person cheated on you. Okay? And this is what the conflict is about. This is what the power struggles are about. This is outside conflict coming in. And I feel like for the divine feminine, you've been on the defense. Because this person just keeps bringing in these other energies and they won't make a decision. And I feel like you got to the point where you were like, I'm done. I'm not doing that anymore. And so you walked away from the fight. You walked away from the struggle, and you're walking and looking towards stability. This is you possibly building your own stability right now. Like I said, you're standing in your ground. You're standing in your power. You're focusing on your own stability right now, my divine feminine. All right. I want to know more about what drove these two apart. So what's this 9 of Wands about? This is the wounded healer, the wounded soldier, the Hermit card. Okay. Tell me more about, okay. The Hermit is the Virgo. The moon is Pisces. So this could be you and your person, Virgo and Pisces. It could be Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or Mars, or this could be you having both of these in your chart, or your person having both of these in your chart. Or this just could mean that someone is finding truths, hidden truths are being illuminated in the dark, in solitude. And this could be for you or your person, divine feminine. But I want to look up the 9 of Wands real quick. A strong man with a powerful glance in his eyes. There is a line behind him. Strength, self-determination, revealed passions, new self-confidence, tense. I don't know what that means. And then times and delay. Okay. So this for me, I feel like this is the divine feminine feeling the new confidence, standing your ground. You're in your power right now, divine femme. You're not focusing on, even if you're thinking about your person, it's like I feel like you're trying not to. Like you're in solitude right now, probably going within, illuminating these truths, illuminating these inner truths of self, and realizing how you need to stand in your power. That's the truth that you're illuminating right now. But there were secrets. 100% there were secrets in the past. Hidden secrets. Tell me more about the Moon card. We're still on the question as what drove the two of you apart. Gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. Boredom. Secrets. Boredom. Okay. Boredom. This is what I'm feeling. You know, in the Three of Cups, you guys come together, right? Euros and Psyches come together for the marriage. It's not grounded in a solid foundation. And so in the Four of Cups, Psyche's sisters start implanting negative thoughts in her mind, saying, "Oh, well, why, why doesn't Euros let you see his face? He must be hideous, right?" And so she starts, getting these external energies in her head and starts creating these stories in her mind. And so I feel like maybe the divine feminine is exactly there. You probably started receiving, maybe people were starting to give opinions about this relationship because you guys weren't committed. And because this person wasn't giving you maybe exclusivity and you were wanting exclusivity, or you were wanting some kind of solid foundation. Or if you were married, because we have the mother and the father here, so this couple you guys could have already been married or already had children together. If that was the case and there was cheating involved, maybe somebody outside of the relationship was saying, "Oh, I don't know, do you think he might be cheating on you? Or do you think she might be cheating on you? Do you think they're having an affair? Do you think that might be what's going on?" And it started implanting thoughts in your mind. If it's not the cheating, it's the fact that other people's external opinions having their opinion of what it needs to look like, right? Because it wasn't conventional. You guys weren't committed, and maybe you were wanting to be committed because this is the conventional way of being or whatever, and it wasn't. And so some outside entities were dropping these fears in your mind, and now you start going off and creating these scenarios in your mind out of boredom, out of pure boredom, okay? Because there is not a solid foundation. So out of boredom, you start creating these scenarios. This is your mind working. So if you are dealing with somebody who you thought maybe is cheating, or isn't being faithful, or is lying, and you start thinking about all of those scenarios of this person cheating on you. Oh, maybe they're cheating on me. Oh, maybe they're having an affair. What if this person, ends up finding somebody else? Those are thoughts. And not only in your mind, you're creating that reality, but especially if you're speaking it out to somebody else and having this conversation with somebody else, you're speaking it into fruition. And so if it ended up happening, I'm sorry, but you manifest these things through fear. And so if that's the case, your own negativity created these fears, which is exactly what happened to Psyche here. And she went and she betrayed Euros by getting the lamp and looking at him in the middle of the night, when that was the one condition that he had was, you can never see my face or whatever. Well, she betrayed him, and that's when the Five of Cups comes in. And the Four of Cups, she's bored. She goes, she betrays him. What happens? She sees that he's beautiful. She falls in love with his beautiful face, and she stumbles upon his beauty and then ends up getting pricked by one of his own arrows, falls deeply in love with him now, because before she was in love with him without seeing him. Now she gets pricked, she sees his face. Now the love is deep. Now she sees him for who he really is, all aspects. And now she's in deep. Now she's in love deep. She stumbles, light or oil out of the lantern, hits his shoulder. He wakes up, flips out because she betrayed his trust. And that's when he leaves and they are separated. So in the Five of Cups, she's feeling that regret because she listened to those pesky little voices inside her head And now she's in the Six of Cups, thinking about all of that love that she threw away by not trusting. And she regrets. And this can be masculine or feminine side. Doesn't matter what side. Whoever's resonating with having created that separation, right? But so here is what I'm feeling is that whoever felt bored in the relationship that started to create these negative thoughts started to manifest those negative thoughts in the reality. So if that, let's say, my divine feminines, I'm just saying, if it was you who thought there were secrets and you started creating these scenarios in your mind and your negativity manifested these scenarios, and then your person cheats on you, or you find out there's a third party situation even though you guys aren't committed, so you can't really say, oh, he cheated on me or she cheated on me, they cheated on me, because you weren't in a committed relationship to begin with. But you're like, I'm not dealing with a third party situation. No way, no how. So you walk away, and this is part of you taking your power back, because really at the end of the day, the true love is for the Six of Cups, which is you, my divine feminine. They were just bored, and it created this negative thinking of, well, this can't be it. You know what I mean? And so that's what I'm feeling. And so you're wanting to be victorious from this. It's like you want to put the swords down. You want your person to be victorious. You want your person to come back and correct those wrongs, correct the situation. All right, let's find out what's blocking your person from coming forward. This is what I want to know. So we saw, obviously, the separation is the fact that there was more than likely a third-party situation, some kind of cheating, some kind of outside conflict, some kind of outside competition, whether it be competition between the two of you, right? Competing against each other. That male-female dynamic, and this is why the divine feminine needs to stand in her power and allow that power to come back, because this has been a fucking an ancestral thing. Or it's the fact that you had an outside competition coming in, a third-party situation. Somebody cheated, somebody lied, somebody was betrayed here, and somebody is regretting that betrayal. And so I feel like here comes the Five of Wands and the Eight of Wands. And I said, what's blocking this? So there was a quick and sudden conflict. Tell me more. Tell me more about the Five of Wands. Quick and sudden conflict that's blocking this. There's conflict. Is it inner conflict? There's a tower situation here. Prince of Pentacles, tower situation. Maybe somebody is having some kind of conflict or a tower situation in the material, in their career, their job. Maybe they're waiting for an offer to come through. They're waiting after this tower moment for some kind of truth. I feel like they're waiting. I feel like this is something to do with business. Tell me more about the tower. Okay. Wait. Okay, so someone's going through a tower situation right now. There's conflict, and I think it's inner conflict, mental conflict, inner conflict. Someone's having sleepless nights here. Someone's in paranoia. Someone's gone through the ringer. Someone's definitely going through a tower moment. And I feel like they are conflicted and having sleepless nights because the tower moment was this love, this cup of love that they lost, this cup of love that they walked away from, that they let go or had to, you know, maybe they were forced to because of this tower situation. And I think that the reason why is because they were needing to look at it from a different perspective. There's a stalemate here. This is what's blocking, is the fact that this inner conflict, this mental anguish, this mental paranoia, this inner conflict of the mental state of mind is what caused the breakdown of this cup of love. Okay? And there's a stalemate because of that. They're in limbo because of that. They're trying to find their way out of this feeling like they're hung up on this situation. They're trying to find the truth. They're trying to find clarity. Prince of Pentacles, a self-confident young man. There is a bull on his cliff behind him. Persistent, inventive, reliable, ready to help, solid, true, methodical, pensive, practical, patient, indolent, stubborn. Okay, so yeah, I think that this person is being stubborn. And that's what, someone's being stubborn here, and that's what's blocking the situation from coming forward. Someone's stuck in their head. Someone's stuck in the inner conflict in their head because of this tower situation. And I feel like maybe the conflict is the fact that they think that because the tower fell, the cup fell, that it's over. They feel like it's over. And so maybe they feel like you're done with them, my divine feminine. And so I'm feeling that this is the masculine. I feel that this is the masculine. 100%. Because see, look. This is over here on the divine masculine side, the pentacles. All these pentacles, right? Focusing on the pentacles in the past. The Emperor. Pentacles. Stubborn. Because they are focusing on their pentacles. They don't want to look at the truth because they want to focus on their pentacles. And so that's what needs to, that's what's blocking them. That's the cycle that needs to close out. This is the perspective that needs to change. There's clarity here to be seen. It's about flipping the perspective, seeing it from a different angle. Right now, they're seeing it from this angle, from like destruction. Oh, it's over. It's over. I've lost this. It's gone. Over here, nostalgically thinking about it's gone. It's over. How can I reconcile? How can I get this person back? This person will never want me back. They're in inner conflict because they think that after everything that they've done, you will never want them back. All right, let's get into an outcome. Okay, I don't want to leave you guys hanging on some fucking low vibrating shit, y'all. What's an outcome? Queen of Pentacles. All right, she wanted to show her face, but what's an outcome? What's the outcome for the divine masculine and feminine? What is going to bring them? Okay, she wants to come back out. What's the outcome? Queen of Pentacles, you know, very solid in foundations in the material world. But it says a graceful, calm woman in the front of her palace at the border of the lake. Good-hearted, gentle, quiet, benevolent, friendly, rich, zealous, domestic, striving, with strong roots, submissive, impersonal. Okay, so I feel like outcome, there's going to be some strong roots coming here. This is someone coming in to create some strong roots, okay? Movement forward towards the celebration of love, and they want new growth. Absolutely. This is somebody coming in with a solid offer. This is somebody coming in with the want to build and grow something solid with you in the physical realm. This is light after the dark. Growth. Solid growth. Growing on solid grounds. This is movement forward. Transitions that run so smoothly as if they were meant to be. This is possible travel, possible movement forward in a relationship, actual physically traveling. Maybe this person's Queen of Pentacles, male or female, doesn't matter. Masculine or feminine energy, whether it's on the masculine. I mean, obviously I love to put my divine feminines over on the divine feminine side, but this is male or female, whoever the Queen of Pentacles is, that is wanting to bring in this offer of new growth, possibly traveling towards you or you towards them to bring in this love offer, this reconciliation, this balance. They want to celebrate in love. This is a possible marriage card, proposal. This is love, y'all. This is reconciliation. These are 2 cards of reconciliation. All right, this is new growth and reconciliation. Tell me more. Tell me more about I want to know, okay, so we saw possible outcome. Possible outcome is the movement forward into the celebration, this new growth. I want to know the energies towards, what is the masculine feeling towards the divine feminine right now? How do they feel energetically? 2 of Cups, they're in love with you. They're in love with you, my divine feminine. This is the 2 of Cups. This is love, harmony, partnership, forgiveness, reconciliation. And how does the divine feminine feel towards the divine masculine? Death. You're like, I'm done. I'm done with the old. I want a new beginning. Tell me more about the Death card and how they feel towards the divine masculine. Are they completely over the divine masculine, or are they wanting a new beginning? Are you guys done? 3 of Wands tells me that they're waiting for a new beginning. They're waiting for that 4th wand, that solid offer. But let's see what it says. A young woman performs a magic dance behind 3 blooming lotus flowers. Virtue, growth. They want growth. Success through self-confidence. Absolutely. Dreams become true. Yes, they are wanting the dreams to come true. So yes, I think you do still, you want a rebirth after this death. Manifested will, activity, joy of discovering. This is, yes, this is them wanting the death of the darkness, of the dark side to circle and cycle out so that they can create new growth with you, a new beginning. Let's just go ahead and clarify that real quick. Like I said, waiting for that 4th wand. to create that solid ground, that solid offer. You want a solid offer. You want this stable foundation with your divine masculine. You want to close out that last cycle of not being committed, of not having stability, of not being secure. You're ready for security. You're ready for stability. This is the marriage card, another marriage card. The 1111 card, twin flame card, solid foundations, stability. Look at this. There's love here, y'all. There's emotions and love here, and I feel like it's on both sides. Divine feminine, I feel like right now, what you're doing is you're waiting for your person to come forward, and you're waiting to gain that power back. So divine feminine, just know that your masculine over here, this is how they feel. They have love for you. They want to celebrate in love. They want to bring this reconciliation in love, emotions. This is new energy, new emotions, new love. But obviously we're talking about new love with your past person here. This is beautiful. Beautiful. All right, now I want to know mutual energies. Two of Wands, you guys, partnership. You have both made the decision, whether y'all know it or not, whether y'all spoken about it or not, to be in partnership with this person. You want partnership, both of you. That's mutual energy here, okay? Now, last one, I want to know, will there be any communication? Will there be communication? And from who? Building solid foundations, building, manifesting solid foundations, okay? I want to look it up in the book though. 3 men are building a house: work, material, foundation, effort, skill, reputation, perseverance. Okay, so effort, perseverance. There's going to be, yes, communication. There will be effort towards communication. Somebody is going to persevere here, and it's like, but I'm going to hold on to it. They're going to hold on to it. Somebody wants to persevere. Somebody wants to make communication, but right now they're holding out. Okay, let's find out why they're holding out. What's going on? I want to know why they're holding out the 4 of Pentacles here. Why are they holding out on communication? They're trying to find the strength. Trying to find the strength through the weaknesses. I feel like they feel like they've let you down. The King of Cups. You could be dealing with a Pisces here. You could be dealing with a Leo. So you could be dealing with somebody who is still hurting here. Whoever's not communicating is still hurting here. Stuck in melancholy. Maybe they're focused on excess, tending to too many excesses. Have too many things going on right now. I definitely feel like, because it came out with the Strength card, they are hurting. They're hurting, and they are trying to find the strength to come forward after this hurt. A mysterious woman holds a magic cloth with mirrors, which mirrors a lion. Energy, enjoying the dance of life, strength, creative energy, mastery, wildness, transformation of energies, determination to live, strive for power. Okay. So because there's a lot of pentacles, maybe that's what they're doing. Their focus right now is on the pentacle and building that solid foundation in the material world so that they can find the strength through the hurt and through the melancholy of this situation, because they're obviously having nostalgic feelings and they're up in their head about it, about this loss of the cup. It's like they're trying to find the strength past that hurt, past that, maybe trying to find the strength to not give in to those excesses, right? And that's what's going to help them come forward. All right, let's move away. We've got the Aquarius card, Grace, Hope. This is dreams coming to reality. This is your dreams coming true. This is hopes and dreams coming true. Stay hopeful, remain, keep the vision. Keep believing in your outcome. So my divine feminine, since I feel like this is 100% for you, there's a rebirth happening. Those of you who wanted the death of the darkness to cycle out so that you can have this new person with new energy coming in with new divine guidance, rebirth, reborn, guess what? Here it comes. And this could mean you rebirthing and being reborn yourself, my divine feminine or masculine. But Atlantis rising has begun. And it's just a matter of time before you guys come together, because like we've seen in the past, y'all are here to do work together. And so the rebirth needs to happen. Oh, look, 17. This is the star card that came out at the bottom of the deck. 17 in the tarot. So dreamer, you guys could be telepathically connecting in your dreams. Maybe you guys are dreaming about each other. Dream to manifest your reality. Like I said, with the Hope card, the Aquarius card, keep your dreams, visions alive. Keep the belief in the vision of your dreams. So my divine feminine, if you see your person coming back reborn, anew, coming back and giving you that solidity that you wanted in the past, then continue to visualize this solidity coming in for you. Manifestation, number 2. So we have a 32, which is 5, and we have a 2, 1 and a 7, which is 8, eternity, 5, communication, change, and then 2 is partnership, balance, harmony. We attract what we desire, and we desire what we attract. Manifestation, some of you need to get some selenite. Work with the selenite. That's what this looks like right here. Will help you connect with the higher realms. Also doesn't need to get wet, actually dissolves. You can get one and put it in your bath. I like to take a bath with my selenite. It'll dissolve, and then you can take the essence of the selenite inside, but know that it will dissolve and get all, you know, opaque-y. So it's not, if you don't want it to get that way, then don't put it in the bath. But you both are manifesting this union, okay? You guys are both manifesting, so keep the faith. Faith is about believing in the impossible. Like I said, keep those dreams alive by envisioning them and believing in them. Because you guys are being reborn, and it's being manifested by the two of you. You guys are both manifesting this rebirth of this new love and this past relationship. You guys are wanting this, both of you. Like, the cards don't fucking lie. I'm sorry. Like, I can't make this shit up. I'm telling you what the cards are telling me. All right. Moonology card. I did a lot of talking today, so sorry if not a lot of, I didn't spend too much time on the cards, but I did a lot of talking today. All right. What's the outcome? All right, here we go. Don't let your past hold you back. What's the past? The past, number 1, my divine feminine, allowing the divine masculine to overpower you, to take your power, not standing in your power. That's the past. The past is the darkness, allowing that darkness to puppeteer, that darkness of You know what I'm talking about. The dark shit, the betrayal, the lying, the cheating, the rejection, all of that stuff. That's the dark energy, because really in turn, what are we rejecting? We're not rejecting our other person, we're rejecting ourselves. When you reject someone else, you reject yourself. There's a part of you that lives in that person that you're rejecting. Don't let your past hurt you, hold you back. Don't let your past hold you back. Let's read that. South Node. Oh, I think that's back here. Yep. The South Node, like the North Node, is a karmic point, but it's opposite to the North Node. You know, South Node is about past life relationships, past life karma, past life dharma. Don't let your freaking past hold you back. Don't let this karma, this ancestral lineage bullshit that your ancestors have been allowing for millennia of the male, of the masculine taking away the power. This is the cycle that needs to close out. This is probably the past. You guys probably have a past life or lives together, and one of them is the fact that you allowed the masculine to take the power. And so in this life, that's the cycle that needs to end so that you guys can be together in partnership, in love, and celebrate that partnership in love. Have the solid foundation, but a real solid foundation, not the superficial bullshit. It says, but it's opposite to the North Node and relates to the past, perhaps even to past lives. Whatever you're going through and whatever you're asking about, there's a chance that old age programming and conditioning is stopping you from achieving all that you might. Do you feel stuck in something? This card will often come as a sign that the situation or relationship you're asking about has somehow become suffocating, even toxic. It suggests that someone, you even, needs to be released. That there's some kind of addiction going on or an unhealthy attachment that needs to be sorted out. And so you're gonna know who is dealing with that, the divine masculine or the divine feminine. I definitely feel like it could be either one of you or both, but we have the Tower moment over here for the divine masculine. And so maybe they're still closing out those cycles. Maybe there's some addiction of some sort to people, to negative thinking, to an actual substance. One thing is for sure, when you get this card, you're being challenged to make some changes, but we are all, both of you, divine masculine and feminine, are being challenged to create changes. So maybe for the divine feminine, the addiction was letting your power go to your divine masculine, and that's the addiction. And for the divine masculine, it's stealing the power, you know, and then going and falling into your addictions, right? So if the divine masculine was stealing the power from the feminine, they were probably going and like stealing your power and then going and giving that power away by getting into addictions, sorry about that. I have a visitor and I had to deal with that real quick. So let's go ahead and finish up our reading. I left off on, man, I was really getting into it then, huh? One thing is for sure, when you get this card, you're being challenged to make some changes, even if staying where you are feels easier and safer. And so before I was talking about how the possibility of the addiction being the fact that, you know, number one, the divine feminine being addicted to the divine masculine and giving the power, right? Being addicted to giving the power away. This is part of the ancestral karma and conditioning that has been passed down. Okay, it's not because you're weak or anything like that, my divine feminine. It's literally just part of the ancestral karma conditioning, that the programming that needs to die, that needs to cycle out, that dark energy that needs to cycle out. Okay, and so the addiction for the divine masculine could be the addiction of stealing the power from you, my divine feminine. And like I said, in like what we've seen here, it's possible that they were taking the power and then going into excesses of maybe over drinking, maybe doing drugs, maybe over excess of having multiple partners, excess of negative thinking, excess of needing to always follow and have all this, you know, put all their work into money and getting money and success. And those are the addictions, right? It could even be food as an addiction. Somebody who just wants to overeat because they're emotionally eating, or, you know, any kind of addiction in a sense, but something that was taking you away from your person. That's what this is talking about. And it's saying that it may feel easier to be in those energies, right? So let's say if your divine masculine is, you know, we saw over here that there could be a potential third party. Maybe they're dealing with a karmic situation and it's easier, it's not challenging, right? It's safer because they don't have to go through as much expansion as they do with the divine feminine. They don't have to give up their power like they do with the divine feminine. They can actually steal from their new karmic person and continue to have their excesses because that person is safe and they're probably not expanding them to grow into that higher self, the higher potential, right, of what they could be. They like their demons, they like their shadows. I said that at the beginning. For some of y'all, your person is still there. And so this is maybe just a closing out of you taking out the power so that you can let this person go and let somebody else in if they're going to continue with those energies, right? Because we're not dealing with those energies if they come back in. This is about closing that cycle out. Now, if your person, if your divine masculine doesn't want to close it out and wants to remain with a karmic partner, divine feminine, you're gonna have to decide when to move forward and let this go if you haven't already. But to me, majority, this is about releasing the past conditioning that has kept you on that cycle of darkness, that cycle of stealing and taking power. Y'all shouldn't be stealing and taking power from each other. Y'all should be giving power to each other. And that's what this card is telling me. This was the mutual energies. Here, where'd the other one go? They're all over the place. One of the mutual energies was this one. Partnership, wanting to share power. And so where I believe in the past, because it was being guided by lower, darker energies, now it's in the hands of the divine. Instead of stealing and taking power away, y'all want to give to each other. Now you want to share power, and that's what you should be doing. But this needed to cycle out, this taking of the power, so that you, divine feminine, could get into your power, step into your power. So don't be putting blame on your divine masculine for having done the thing that they did, because you signed up for it. And I'm not saying, like, I'm not discounting your feelings and everything that you've been through, but this is part of the lesson. This is part of the growth that you asked for. And so part of that growth is recognizing how you also played a role in that, and how you also maybe overlooked some red flags. Because all of this that happened wouldn't have happened had you been standing in your power from the beginning. And I'm not saying that you made the wrong choice or you made a mistake. Absolutely not. This needed to play out, is what I'm saying. It needed to play out. There's no mistakes here. This was being divinely guided, and this needed to play out so that you could step into your power. All right. I release the past. A relationship is karmic and has played out across many lifetimes. Your attraction to someone may be verging on the obsessive. Is it? Just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. That I feel like is the divine masculine. You know, you've been given this power. Just because you can go take it and spread it and put it into other people or other things doesn't mean you should. And this is part of the lesson for them. They had to go through that. They had to feel that regret of how they made you feel, because like we saw, the love was truly there and they felt the loss of it. And so maybe this person had to go into a karmic relationship. Maybe they had to go into this tower moment in order to feel the loss of what they already had that they weren't able to commit to because their energies were scattered. And you stepping in and saying, nope, no more, is what really allowed this person to awaken to the truth within and feel that love that they had before, but didn't want to really, maybe just, you know, like I said, you gave them some sort of power that made them feel like they had the freaking power of the world and they wanted to go and share it with everybody and everything. And you were like, oh, no, that's not what I'm here for. I'm not here to be a source of power for you. And maybe this is how that person saw you, as a source of power, and they were using you as a food source, supply. And that's how you felt, and you were like, no, that is not gonna fly with me in this lifetime and none of the rest that are to come. And you are the one that steps in for your ancestral lineage to cut that shit out finally. That is the dark side, closing out that cycle. It needs to go. We need to allow the divine to guide us now, not the devil. All right. Enough of that. Getting into our separation card. So if you're, well, this is a read for separated, for people that are separated. So I don't have to go through that spiel. This is about being in separation. So what is your person thinking on a higher level? Your person holding on to some communication. What is that communication that they're holding on to? What would they like to tell you that they possibly just feel like they can't at the moment in time right now? Any more? Any more? Divine Creator, Holy Spirit, any more messages from our twins that are in separation? Is this it? All right. Okay. I couldn't handle my true feelings for you, so I kept you as a friend and nothing more. They couldn't handle this, so they ignored it. And yeah, they kept you as a friend as they continued on the side and, you know, scattered their energies elsewhere. And it wasn't until y'all left that they realized that those feelings ran deeper than they thought. You were my sanctuary. You were the only person I could confide in, and I betrayed your trust. And now they're recognizing this is why they're feeling in their head. This is why they feel this way. Because they're recognizing that you were their sanctuary. You were that person that brought them peace and balance. Like I said, you were the light in their darkness. And with you, they could see that reflected back. With everyone else, I'm sorry. My memories of you haunt me and keep me thinking about what could have been. This card, the Nine of Swords, is sleepless nights. Not this person, because they're thinking so heavily about what happened in the past and how they walked away from this love, is keeping them up at night. And it's haunting them and keeping them up at night, wondering about what could have been. I wonder if you still think about me. How do you feel about me now that you've had time to reflect? How do you feel about them, my divine feminine? I think we already saw over here that you are still quite passionately waiting on them, waiting on this solid offer from them. That could be for some of you. Maybe some of you are like, no, I'm done. And that's for you to realize. That's for you to discern. You brought out the best in me. I came alive in your presence. Like I said, you're the person that reflects the goodness. You're the person that reflects the light in them. Nobody else does that. You cracked the code. You cracked the code. Whether I'm speaking to my divine femmes or my divine masculines, you cracked your person's code, and they probably cracked yours too. I'm feeling lost and I don't know what to do about it because they don't have you. They lost you, and they can't, like, the feelings run so deep, deeper than they even imagined, that they thought they were going to be okay without you until you walked away, and then they realize, oh shit, I don't know if I can be without this person. I keep track of you from afar by looking you up online. Someone's spying here. We've been seeing that. You know, they're probably checking you up on social media. If you don't have social media, maybe they're just tapping into your energy telepathically, and that's how they're keeping an eye on you. I always look for you at airports as if we'll be at the same place in the world. And so if you're, I mean, I don't think that's happening right now, but if maybe your person was traveling in the past, traveling around the world, you know, searching for self, soul searching, it was like wherever this person goes, doesn't matter if it's around the world or if it's around their neighborhood or around their town, wherever this person goes, I feel like they are like waiting to run into you. It's like, you know, like anybody that comes around the corner, they're like, is it them? Is it them? Anybody that looks there, is it them? In the car, is it them? Right? It's like, or if they were literally traveling different locations, it's like they still felt you, even across the world, you know, traveling to these different places. It's like they still felt that you were going to pop up magically. This is part of you guys being telepathically connected, energetically connected, whether you guys are together or not, in communication or not, whatever. All right, those are your messages. Thank you for joining me. I hope you resonated with this. Please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what's going on with your sitch. Until next time, namaste.